Making the right decision is one of the most crucial aspects of life. Every decision we make has an influence on our life, either positively or negatively. It forms us and helps us define who we are in relation to others. So how can you know whether you're making excellent decisions? How can you increase your ability to make decisions? Especially when you are faced with a variety of choices every day. If you're having trouble deciding which path to pursue, I'll show you how to make smart decisions in life and avoid making bad ones. But first, I noticed that 94% of you watching my videos aren't subscribed yet. So I will gladly appreciate your support if you click the subscribe button right now. 1. Consider the benefits. When confronted with a choice, imagine each option to provide the greatest scenario possible and consider how it will play out. Make it a practice to imagine the alternatives you have in your mind if they result in a positive outcome, as this will make it simpler for you to select the best option and point you in the right path anytime you are faced with a number of options and are having trouble making a decision. Making the right choice means making a good decision, and here is the first method to achieve it. 2. Determine the risks you take. Comfort comes from familiarity. And there's a strong possibility you're making bad judgments because you've become used to your routines and don't consider the danger you're in or the damage you're creating. For example, you may drive quickly to work every day. Each time you arrive safely and without a speeding penalty, you get a bit more used to driving fast. But you are definitely endangering your safety and putting yourself in legal jeopardy. Or perhaps you consume fast food every day for lunch. When you are not experiencing any immediate signs of illness, you may not consider it an issue. Yet, you may gain weight or have other health problems as a result of this. 3. Make decisions slowly. When making big and difficult decisions about your career or in life, and the situations are much more challenging than the typical choices we make that don't require much thought, it's okay to contemplate and think about all the options in front of you. It's better than making quick but regretful decisions. If you believe you are undecided, take the time to acquire all of the information required for each of these options. You may have neglected some facts, and your perspective may shift from time to time. That being said, rushing a major decision may also put you under pressure, so taking the time to analyze each of the options in front of you reduces your chances of being stressed out and overwhelmed. 4. Don't make a decision you know you'll regret afterward. You will always have regrets about some of the decisions you will make and have made in the past. Instead of regretting it, adjust your decision-making process and avoid selecting anything that you believe you would regret in some way. Consider the long term, not simply what is wonderful right now, and make a decision that will be meaningful to you in the future. For example, you may be spending far too much money on something you desire rather than need right now, but after a while, you find yourself needing the money due to unforeseen circumstances, and you may come to regret your purchase afterward. 5. Make time to think about your mistakes. Set aside time to think about your mistakes. Whether you left the home without an umbrella and got soaked on the way to work, or you blew your money because you couldn't resist an impulsive purchase. Make it a regular practice to reflect on your decisions throughout the day. When your decisions do not work out, consider what went wrong. Seek for the lessons to be learned from every mistake you make. Just don't concentrate on your errors for too long. Rehashing your mistakes isn't helpful for your mental health. Limit your time for contemplation to 10 minutes every day to help you think about what you can do better tomorrow. Finally, using the knowledge you've obtained, resolve to make better judgments in the future. 6. Make a decision and stick to it. A decision is a commitment. You must determine if you will be able to continue with your decision regardless of the problems and situations that may arise. Every decision has an outcome or implications that might be positive or negative for you. If it turns out that the option you made was not the best one, you must not be disappointed, but rather learn from your mistakes and make a better choice the next time. That is better than continuously changing your mind and being unsure of which path to choose since, at the very least, if you make the wrong decision for whatever reason, you will eventually know which path to take and learn from it. 7. Quit worrying about the problem. When confronted with a difficult decision, such as whether to relocate to a new area or change occupations, you may spend a significant amount of time weighing the pros and drawbacks, as well as the possible risks and benefits. Yet, although evidence indicates that considering your alternatives is beneficial, overthinking your options can be bad. Too much time spent weighing the pros and drawbacks may cause you to get stressed and unable to make a choice. Research reveals that allowing an idea to incubate has a lot of worth. Non-conscious thinking is remarkably insightful. Engage in an activity that will distract you from your problem. Let your brain figure things out in the background, and you're more likely to come up with clear solutions. 8. Believe in your intuition. It is okay to follow your intuition. If you need to make a decision fast and don't have access or time to consider your options, you can always trust your intuition. Most of the time, our instincts are correct. Hence, if your stomach is telling you to proceed in this route, do so. If you believe you made the correct decision, it is most probable. Trusting your instincts is the same as trusting yourself. 9. Talk to yourself as though you were a trusted friend. When presented with a challenging option, ask yourself, what would I say to a buddy who had this problem? You'll probably find that the solution comes to you more easily when you imagine yourself imparting wisdom to someone else. Talking to oneself as though you were a close friend removes some of the emotion. It will allow you to acquire some distance from the choice and be more objective. It will also encourage you to be friendlier to yourself. But you may be tempted to tell yourself things like, "This will never work. You can't do anything right," which is probably not something you'd say to a buddy. You may say something like, "You've got this. I know you can do it," you'd say to a buddy. It takes discipline to develop gentler inner conversation. But, if you practice self-compassion on a regular basis, your decision-making abilities will increase. 10. Start by analyzing your alternatives. Always take a decision that will point you on the correct path and give you a sense of purpose in life, no matter how little or large the choice. If necessary, visualize it and imagine several situations that will occur if you choose one option over another. The best possible choice is the one that allows you to envision yourself in a positive outcome, because sometimes there are no right or wrong decisions, and sometimes both of these choices can teach you valuable life lessons, and if that is the case, what you choose is simply a matter of perspective. After all, it is your life, therefore you have the authority to determine and create what you believe is best for you. Life is a series of decisions we make every day, and these decisions have consequences that influence us and others around us. It is true that one choice we make may affect our lives forever, since we will be given a choice at some point in our lives, and what we pick can set a direction in our lives. It's either for better or for worse. The decision we made today influences our future, because everything we do now might affect how our lives will unfold in the future. Thank you for watching.